Happy morning, children. Once again, I welcome you all for this online class. And today we are moving into a new lesson of history, lesson 3. Title is Rise of Marathas and Peshwas. So, the founder of Maratha dynasty was Shivaji, and his father, Shaji Bhosle, he was a military officer for Ahmednagar Sultanate. He worked under the Sultanate as a military officer. After that, he worked as an army general for the Bijapur Sultanate. So, uh, slowly, Shivaji's father, he attained power and he established a small kingdom. But Shivaji became the founder of the great Mughal Empire. He was a brave and strong fighter, army general, and he was a guerrilla leader. Guerrilla attack means they hide in the mountain places and attack the enemies suddenly. They ambush their enemies. And he had a group of fighters. They were very much loyal to Shivaji, and they also very much they were very much acquainted with hide and attacking the enemies. Okay, now let's look at the factors responsible for the rise of Marathas. So, the reasons how the Marathas became superior. The first reason is the physical feature of the Maratha country. The geographical location of the Maratha country is in the mountainous place. So, the mountainous structure, it helped them to progress, to become strong. Then the second reason is the sultans of Ahmednagar and Bijapur had recruited them to serve cavalry. So earlier I told you about Shivaji's father, isn't it? So his father, he worked in the cavalry, that is horse army. Uh, so they had experience in fighting with enemies, and the rocky mountainous terrain gave protection to the Marathas from invaders. So that is the Rocky Mountains. Uh, they hide in the Rocky Mountains so that when enemy comes, they can attack them. And also they were very much skilled in the guerrilla warfare, hiding and attacking the enemies. They were very much talented and they had great experience in this warfare. So the second type of factor responsible for the rise of Maratha was the Bhakti movement. Bhakti means faith in God. So this Bhakti movement, it brought a feeling of unity among the people. So united it united the people together. So the religious leaders were drawn from different social groups. So because of this Bhakti movement, the leaders from other groups, they also united as a single group so that they became stronger. We all know unity makes something strong, isn't it? So because of this Bhakti movement, there was unity among the Marathas belonging to different caste and different backgrounds, poor, rich, everybody they united together. And also Eknath, Tukaram and Ramdas, these are the three gurus, teachers of Shivaji. They influenced the life of Shivaji so that he became the responsible person for the rise of Marathas. So these are some of the factors regarding the rise of Marathas in the Indian subcontinent. Literature and language of the Marathas. Marathi is the language of the Marathas, and the literature, that is written books about the religion in Marathi language, it developed unity among the people. So hymns, songs were composed in Marathi language by the Bhakti saints and sung by the people of all castes and all classes. So, irrespective of different caste and class, upper and lower class, all people they united together and they sang the songs composed by the Bhakti saints in the Marathi language. Now we are going to study about Shivaji. He is the founder of the Maratha dynasty. He was born in 1627 and he grew up under the care of his mother Jijabai. So after the birth of Shivaji, his father he married another woman and he um, took his mother and son Shivaji and he handed it over to the under the control of a royal chief. Okay, under the protection of a royal chief in a city of Pune. So his mother only took care of Shivaji, and she from Shivaji's childhood, his mother Jijabai, she shared with him a lot of stories from the Hindu epics Ramayana and Mahabharata. And his teacher Kondadev, he gave him horse riding training, warfare, and how to admin the state government. So these are the teachings given by his teacher Kondadev. And at the early age of 18, he captured a place called Kondana. It is a fort near Pune. And at the age 19, he captured the fort of Torna, and in the following year he also captured the Raigar. So during his early age, he started to capture places and became stronger. Shivaji's confrontation with the Sultan of Bijapur. Confrontation means fight. So we studied about Bijapur, isn't it? This is the one of the places where his father became was an army general. So uh, the place where his father worked as the army general, Shivaji attacked them also. Okay, so the reasons for Shivaji's domination over the Bijapur was he had a strong army named Mawali foot soldiers. Okay, they were foot soldiers who were strong fighters. And after that, he also captured Purandar from the Mughals. And also, the military raid with Sultans of Bijapur angered them. The next topic is consolidation of Maratha power. Consolidation means uniting uniting the nearby territories and making it stronger. Okay, so slowly united the he extended the boundaries and made it stronger. Okay, so first Shivaji captured the place of Javali from the Maratha chief Chandra Rao More. So he captured all the forts and fortresses around the Pune one by one, and also he captured the soldiers. He held the soldiers of Bijapur, uh, and he chased them away, and he captured and he replaced that Bijapur with his Maratha warriors. So in the year 1659, he killed Afzal Khan, the general of Bijapur. And in 1663, he also wounded and chased away the Mughal general Aurangzeb's uncle Shaista Khan. And slowly he directed his soldiers to plunder Surat in 1664, the major Mughal port on the Arabian Sea. So these are the gradual consolidations of Maratha power in subcontinent India. Now we are going to study about Shivaji and Aurangzeb. In the last class also we studied about Aurangzeb, isn't it? So Aurangzeb, even though he defeated the Deccan area, he could not stop the growth of Marathas in the southwestern part of India. So Aurangzeb tried to defeat the Marathas, but he could not able to dominate them. Okay, and in the year 1670, Shivaji again plundered the Mughal territory of Surat. So Shivaji crowned himself as the Chhatrapati. Now let's study about Marathas administration under Shivaji. So Shivaji's political system consisted of three important circles. The first one is Swaraj, again one is claimed suzerainty, and the third one is objective. Swaraj means people's rule. So the first political system of Shivaji was not to allow the people to be harassed in any way. So people is the primary importance of the government. So he gave honor to the common people, and also uh, he did not claim the whole uh, territory. He made administrators and he made them to govern by themselves. And the third objective is he did not wanted to capture everything. He just only wanted to plunder from their enemies. Whatever they have, he wanted to loot them. These are the three important administrative policies of Shivaji. So the people have to pay uh, two types of tax to the king. One is Chauth and another one is Sardesh Mukhi. So Chauth means they have to pay one fourth of their income because the king is protecting them from the attacks of enemies and looting from the enemies. So Chauth is the one fourth of revenue as the protection payment. Sardesh Mukhi means it is one tenth paid as a due for the king. One tenth of the income was given to the king as a due to him. Okay, next is armies of Shivaji. So the backbone of Shivaji's army was infantry, that is foot soldiers. So the Shivaji's foot soldiers were very strong. But also not only foot soldiers, cavalry also became stronger because when they went into the plains to attack the enemies, they needed horse army. So cavalry also grew up in size and more importance in the later year. So each and every soldier was personally selected by Shivaji. Shivaji himself will select the soldiers. Okay, and also he took great care in the maintenance and security of his forts. So all of his forts were given great maintenance and security system, and the retired captains of the army were put in charge of the guarding the forts. So the next topic is Ashtapradhan. Ashta means, it is a Sanskrit word. Ashta means 8. Pradhan means council. So it was a council of 8 members. So Shivaji selected a council of 8 members, okay, to control the whole empire. So the names of the each Ashtrapradhan and also their mm, the names of each Ashtrapradhan and also their powers are mentioned in your book page number 126 in a tabular column. You can go through about that. So next is Shambhoji. Shambhoji is Shivaji's son. So after Shivaji, he was succeeded by his son Shambhoji. So during Shambhoji's period, uh, Aurangzeb's son Prince Akbar, he revolted against his father and he joined the Maratha group. He went into the court of Shambhoji and he supported Shambhoji. And because of his support, his father Aurangzeb became angry and he took his army and he attacked the Marathas and even finally he killed Shambhoji. So the next Maratha king was Shahu Maharaja. He is the Shivaji's grandson, son of Shambhoji. And the meaning of his name was honest. So during Shahu's reign, his territory was increased to a larger extent and he ruled for about 40 years. And during his reign, he was captured and imprisoned by the enemies. But after the death of Aurangzeb, he was captured by Aurangzeb and imprisoned. But after the death of Aurangzeb, he was released. So when he came again, he was not accepted in the kingdom. His aunt, uh, his aunt did not accepted him, but one of the officers named Balaji Vishwanath, uh, he supported uh, he supported Shahu and he retained the uh, throne back to Shahu. So because Vishwanath Balaji helped Shahu, Shahu made him as the Peshwas, that is the Prime Minister of the Maratha kingdom. So after the death of Balaji Vishwanath, his elder son Baji Rao, who was only 20 years old, he became the next Peshwa of the Maratha dynasty. So initially, the Peshwas were the prime ministers of the Marathas king. So they were next to king. All the administrative controls, army attacks, everything were controlled by the prime ministers. That is, they are called Peshwas. But during the Shahu's time, the Peshwas were given more power. They even became their power is even more than the became more than the king, and finally they started to control the whole empire. And the next Peshwa was Baji Rao. So he started to he started to destroy the whole of Marathas and the Nizam of Hyderabad. So he made a campaign. He formed a army, a group of army, and he made a campaign. Actually, the wars were planned by the elite group called Deshmukh. But Baji Rao, he made a different opinion. Okay, he gave commands to the Gaikwads, Holkars, and Shinde or Sindhya families who were the loyal to the emperor Shahu, his father Vishwanath, and to him. So these were the different families of the Maratha dynasties belonging to the different territories of the Maratha Empire. The Gaikwads are from the Baroda territory. Bhosles were from the Nagpur territory. Holkars are from the Indore territories. Shinde or Scindia were from the Gwalior territories. And Peshwa are from the Pune dynasty, Pune territory. So Baji Rao invaded. He made a war with the Mughals, and he retained back the Deccan territory from the Mughals, and he gave it back to Shahu, his king. And from the Deccan, they started to collect Chauth and Sadeshmukhi from the local people. So after the death of Baji Rao, his son Balaji Baji Rao succeeded to become the next Peshwar. Okay, so during this time, the Emperor Shahu died in the year 1749, and during the period of Peshwa Baji Rao, the northern frontiers of Maratha state rapidly started to extend its territory. Okay, so they were touching Rajasthan, Delhi, and Punjab. So Balaji Rao, he started to rapidly extend his territory up to Punjab in the west, and in the east he invaded Bihar, Bengal, and Odisha, and in the south he dominated the Tamil, Telugu, and Kannada regions. So the empire was extended in all four directions. So the next topic is Maratha administration under Peshwas. So the revenue administration, that is the revenue income management of the Peshwas, was maintained by the key official named Kamavizdar. And this Kamavizdar was appointed by the Peshwa emperor. So this Kama Vizdar, they were given a small body of soldiers, like we have police today. The job of these soldiers was to control the administrative territory, and also to collect the tax and tribute uh, from each territories. And also a small staff and and servants were appointed to maintain the records of the revenue for the empire. And also the Peshwas will randomly uh, check the revenues recorded by these staffs. And finally, the fall of the Marathas. How the Maratha became declined, destroyed. Okay, so the strong Maratha was sadly ended at the Battle of Panipat near Delhi in 1761. The reason for their decline is they wanted to extend their boundary beyond Punjab, and even they wanted to reach Afghanistan. And this plan, it made the Afghan emperor Ahmad Shah Abdali to get anger, and he invaded uh, the Marathas 8 times. And finally, in the eighth time, he marched into Delhi and he attacked the Marathas. And the Afghan king Ahmad Shah Abdali, he had artillery. Artillery means large guns, cannons, tanks. So, using these tanks, he could easily attack the cavalry and infantry, that is the horse army and the foot soldiers. He easily attacked them by shooting uh, artilleries upon them. So, while shooting, the Maratha army, they were shattered, and they ran away for their lives, and it took 6 months for them. The remaining, many of them were killed, and the surviving men, they took 6 months to return back to Maharashtra to report this defeat. So by that time, the Marathas they lost their supremacy and finally they were dominated, defeated. So these are the important informations about the Maratha Empire. We'll meet in the next class.